So I have a 2020 Ford Explorer, which I've already explained. This is the car. I quite enjoy it. It's a nice car. I was thinking about doing like a little review, but I don't know. So I love the red. I did not want to go with the red at first, but it really does shine out. I have a V6 twin turbo, 400 horsepower. 0-60 on a bad day is 5.2 seconds. You might think it's weird that I'm doing this in a graveyard, but I come here to get some peace and quiet from other people, and this is where I used to take photos and everything at. So we'll do a little bit of a review on it. So she's not the prettiest right now. She looks pretty. If you look close, it's kind of nasty in there. But we're running a bigger brake system. It's already came with, this is technically fully stock. We have big brakes on the front and rear. It's running the Police Interceptor brakes. And it says Police Interceptor, but this is the ST. I put that on there from my old Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. I crashed it. I was dumb. Don't do what I did, which I could explain that to another video, but that is from my old cop car. And I had that one at 16. Folded mirrors, which I'll have probably a video that's popped up right about now. It'll play. I have cameras all the way around, a whole 360 camera, which I can be able to show you that too. This has the all surrounding backup sensors and front sensors, so this is rated for climbing. Our trail, we're having a quad exhaust. It does raise up by itself. My trunk is messy because I have not cleaned it out in a long time because I am working. That's my bad. We have an LED. With this car, you have a key fob like any other newer cars nowadays. You can be able to lock it, unlock it by putting your hand in. And also this is on the higher platforms, this has that lock on every single door, which I have. Also on this, we have a actual digital key lock, or not key lock, a digital like unlock system that you can be able to put whatever code you have in it. It's a nice spider. Again, haven't detailed it in about 2 weeks, so I have deodorant, everything in here. It's probably melted by now. It's pretty hot out. You have memory seats. You have the lights. You can control the actual back hatch from here. Turn on button, and then this lovely radio, and then this AC unit as well. You like this? My dad left it in here. If you want coupons, let me know. This has the cooled, heated steering wheels and cooled and heated seats. I love the look of it. It has the ST badge. I wish that this was a different color stitching so it wasn't white, because I work in a factory, so right now it's not the best. And yes, I have a check engine light. It's for the evap system, and I'm getting that fixed, and that's the mileage. I got this pretty cheap with warranty for 6 years. Fuel type is 19.3 because I drive kind of like an asshole. Well, we have all sensors. I've noticed that every 4 years this goes out, because when I first bought it, I started having problems with it, and it was the sensors going out, so I replaced that. And if you ever want a good decent amount, or at like a good price to get sensors replaced, go to Bell Tire. Bell Tire is the best. You could go somewhere cheaper, but Bell Tire, it wasn't that bad. I got a discount. You have all-wheel drive control systems, or the intelligent all-wheel drive. I have that turned off, so you'll be able to see it actually work. Because we're on gravel, it knows that we're on gravel. It's pretty cool. Also, out of washer fluid. That's the only downfall about this, is that the washer fluid seems like it's really like a really small tank. We also have the different modes. We have normal, eco, sport, tow/haul. Then we're going all the way over here, slippery, trail, and deep snow. Also, this did not come with it. We're gonna, so usually you'll have the stock DRLs be white right here, but I did a self reprogram, so these do work. It took me a whole year to understand how they work. So these don't stay on at night, but you can be able to have them on at day. The only thing that really changes that your turning signal, it doesn't activate as fast as they were off, because there's something within the actual wire harness that does not allow it, or the program itself. And Ford doesn't like to make it simple. So if I wanted to actually have all night DRLs that actually work, I'll have to buy the police interceptor front lights, but that is expensive. Would never do that. But they do work. If you do want to know how to program them, I could do a video, but I don't know. You're gonna need ForceScan, and it's like $30 for like a year subscription or whatever, which is what I've done. That's how I help maintain this vehicle. Like, I'm able to do a lot more things that I really wouldn't be able to. And yes, I put it in neutral, and I put the brake on, I think. I'm joking. I did. Definitely did. Hopefully I did. I did not, but we won't talk about that. All right, so I'll show you the actual radio cluster. So we have different driving assistants, so you'll be able to help. It'll help you with the driving, the maintaining lane, and the rear view mirror, and not mirror, the camera. And then you'll be able to help yourself, like whenever you put it in reverse, it'll stay with that on whenever you're in drive, so you can make sure that you're still clear of that location. Blind spot assist, I do take that. Trailer assist. Driver alert is the most useless. Well, it's not useless unless you're stupid. Notifies like inactivity. So basically, let's say if you are about to leave your car, you get out, it'll tell you that, hey, you still have a child in the back of your car. Which, if you can forget your child in the back of the car, you should not be a parent. Reverse brake assist, it's all right. The only downfall is that if you are parking and there's like a little, like the smallest cinder block, it'll notify that and it'll put your brakes on. I've had it happen, and I thought I broke my car. And yeah, no thank you. We have 911 assist, the sounds and notifications and stuff like that. That's pretty simple. It'll have everything that you need. Media player, display changes, which I like to have it on night mode, because why would you have a bright looking interior when you're trying to have like a smoked out, cool looking vehicle, like a blackout? Like, I like to have it stealth. The vehicle itself, you can be able to change all these items in here. You can have a my key, so you'll be able to, if you have a child or whatever, you can be able to make sure that that child is safe, drives responsibly, and then you can also set like certain like mileage that they can only drive to, or like they don't go above that. But again, why would you give a child a 2020 Ford Explorer ST? Easy entry, that's for old people. Don't use it. Seat adjust. I don't need that. I'm not either overweight or old. I got a remote startup. I have it to the max settings for durations for 15 minutes because your car should not be warmed up in 5 minutes. If that did happen, good for you, but like that's almost impossible. 15 minutes is enough. I wish it was actually longer because when you live in Michigan like I do, it's cold, and 15 minutes does not break the ice. It does not warm up your car. It does the bare minimum. Window wipers, I have the automatic courtesy wipe, the rain sensing, so you can be able to wipe this up and then it'll automatically know how much water's on your windshield. You could also turn up the sensitivity on it, which I use that a lot because I like the distractions aren't, you don't need distractions when you're driving. This is a lot of movement. There's a lot of buttons in here to limit that out. We got power lift gate. You'd be able to turn off that power lift gate so it doesn't raise up by itself. You could do it manually. I don't see the gist of it because, or the use of it, because you bought this for the lift gate. You probably don't want to be lifting it up every single time. And plus, if you put it in the disable switch, well, actually, yeah, the disable, let me make sure because I used it once. Liftgate automatically opens when you press the button, remote, or if you're using the hands-free feature. Okay, so yeah, it disables all of that. Like, if you have this liftgate, you're gonna probably use the power liftgate, because if you're using the manual, it seems like when you do that, because I did test it, it feels like you are using, like, you're like wearing out the actual electronic feature to it. And maybe it's there whenever it breaks, but what's the whole point of that if you don't get fixed? We're not staying focused, are we? So we have the auto high beam, so it turns off and on. The daytime running lights, which I have that reprogrammed, so I have not tested that out if that works with those, but I always have it on. Auto high beam, I have it on once in a while. It, like, so let's say if somebody's driving towards you with their lights on, your car has the camera right up here, it'll automatically turn that off for you, so it'll just go to the low beams, and then as soon as that passes, it'll turn back on. But the downfall is that if you go into town, it does not register that the lights itself, like the town lights, are either a car or a light post, and it'll just automatically flicker for some reason. So I have it turned off unless I'm in the country and I know it's gonna be a long trip, then I turn it on. Locking system, you can be able to unlock, auto unlock. I have also secondary programs that I added to this, so like the locks themselves, like I have an auto relock. So I'll lock it or unlock it, go into the car, and then if I forget, it'll automatically lock itself. Also, you can be able to change the remote unlock, so like how many doors and everything, which I found out how you can be able to do it through the actual key. There's actually, if you look in the handbook, you can be able to turn it, you can be able to hold a certain pattern of buttons to actually change this, so you don't have to go through your settings every time. Yeah, we already looked at that. Mirrors, auto fold. I don't live in a area where people just smack your mirrors with their car, so the only thing that they do smack is their door on your door. That's why I have a scratch over on my door side. But I rarely ever use it. I use it whenever I'm going through the car wash. That's about it. And there's me. And door keypad, which I won't show you anything on that because I don't want you to get in my car unless you put like money in here, I guess. I'm joking. So yeah, you're gonna have like a little pamphlet over there that tells you, or sometimes, unless the dealership takes it like they did with me, and I just found out that through the actual program, through the FORScan. Yes, FORScan, that's what I use to program majority of the features that I have on here. You can be able to use that as well, but you can be able to set your actual program onto it, or not program, your actual code onto it. It'll help you in the long run. Another cool thing is that you guys, Ford Explorer, you have roll down windows that you can be able to control from your actual key fob. But the thing is, Ford, for some reason, didn't do what majority of other cars or companies do, is that they have it so you'll be able to push the lock button to raise it back up, and it'll seal the actual, like, the windows themselves. There's a way to change that, and it's kind of pain in the butt. It's called global surrounding, or global windows, I believe. And you can be able to program that, and then you actually have to reprogram the actual car door modules, and then it works. So you can be able to roll them down and roll them back up. But if you don't have the software and you don't know somebody that can do it for you, I could possibly show you, but I've learned how to do, like, change that out. Like, also, like, other things that I've reprogrammed on here is that I have that security feature, but it's maximized to a point where you can't steal my car without my key being inside. And then also there's, like, the police features that I've added to it, because I like security, and keeping your car secure is probably in your best interest, because I don't like, you know, somebody having a little bit of a joyride within my car. It's not my thing. I mean, if you do, that's on you, man, not me. So another cool thing is that you can actually get Ford Pass connection, or Ford Pass. So you'll be able to control your car through your phone, which I could possibly show everybody, but it's really easy to set up. I was able to, you're able to know the location. You could set up the horn. You could have, like, scheduled set times for your car to start on, or, well, not turn off. It'll turn off by itself. It still has that 15-minute rest period, but which still sucks. For me, at least. Again, I live in Michigan. Either it's really, really hot or really, really cold. Another some of the features that's in there, you can be able to actually have the diagnostics tool, because that's, like, I didn't know this at first, because I just got the my camera, and not camera, computer, and plugged it in and tried to find out why I have an engine light code on there, and I found out it was EVAP, and it could be just like something simple as like a valve that's not closed or whatever. And the sensors are like $15 a piece, but it tells you what you can possibly do to fix the problem on your car, and it'll send that information to the app, and it works flawlessly. I was very impressed with that, because usually dealerships, or sometimes Ford, likes to get the extra money, so we'll send you somewhere else to work on your car when it could just be the simplest thing. But Ford decided to actually put it into the app, stating how you can fix this, or if you do need to see a dealership. I really can't show you the night features, because a lot of the features that's within it do work at night. There's like an ST badge that shines off the mirror themselves. They'll shine down on the ground. It's pretty cool. It's in red. Good color. You also can be able to have ambient lighting from the interior, so you can be able to have, like, certain colors. Like, you could actually change, like, how bright you want it, but for some reason I have it on green. I usually roll with red, because hey, I got a red car, might as well run red inside. You could also do set preferences and everything. Mobile apps. So the downfall about mobile apps is that you need to always have your phone plugged in. Yes, they buy those, like, devices, like, on, or not buy, sell those devices on TikTok, that you can be able to connect and everything, plug it in, but I rarely ever trust that, because you're using some kind of hardware that we barely ever know. So I haven't really got that, but you can plug it in. You could see all, like the Google Maps. You could use Google for the actual AI talk. So instead of me talking to whatever this is,
this feature is not.
Yeah, it's a little bit smoother, but the downfall is that you have to plug it in through this. There's like a hidden compartment in here, and it works decently, but some of the things is like let's say if there's games on here you could play, but because it's up here and accessible to the driver, you can't use them. So, like, if you had a passenger or whatever, they wouldn't be able to use it whenever you're driving, which I understand for safety problems and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure the newer Explorer, you're able to play on the actual full size, like, system. You'll be able to set up your phone contacts. I'm not going to show you navigation. Home looks nice. Again, the apps. Again, the apps work. They made this card directly for iPhone users, and it is Samsung friendly, but it does not work as well, and you have no apps you can add to the actual car, which sucks. Like my phone, I plug it in, it's all right, it works, but again, you can control only certain things, like certain apps. There's no apps for iPhone. You can be able to add more apps to the actual car, which is cool, but I don't have an iPhone. Another thing is that there's a car charger that is way too small. Oh, we're playing some music, I guess. That is way too small. Like, there's a wireless charger that is in here that was made for like iPhone 14, that is like as big as, like, that big. Like, it's as big as, like, probably smaller than the screen right here, like side to side. So I can't really use that. I have a large Samsung phone. Maybe if I had a smaller phone, but again, I've never had. I'm a big dude. I don't have small hands, so I need bigger phone. I sound like a caveman. Me need rock. So that's my only downfall. I don't like that. Sometimes this screen does glitch. It does not work properly sometimes. I've actually had it fully factory reset on me. And that sucked. It saved my, well, actually, no, I can't really say that either. It saved my the last settings that I've had in here, but it got rid of my contacts. It got rid of my addresses. So I still have not set that back up, but it just randomly happened as soon as I got out of work. I tried turning it on. It went fully blank. I had to stop at the side of the, not side of the road. I went to like Meijer or Walmart. If you don't know what Meijer is, it's kind of a Michigan-based company. It's like Walmart. It's like the exact image. But I had to stop at the at Meijer, and I had to do a factory reset on it, or like I had to press a button for it to reset. It wouldn't do a factory reset, but it did it by itself, which sucked because I had a lot of stuff saved on here, and also all the phones that I had connected were also erased. So everybody that wanted to use this my radio when we were driving somewhere, it deleted. You also have down here your seats. You can be able to control those, your lumbar support, your massage support. It's really nice. I really don't use it that often. I'm comfortable where I'm at, but if you can see on the passenger side, my girlfriend is a little insane. Don't tell her I said that, because she will find me. She's at work right now, so we can say whatever we want and joking. You could also, it's kind of weird because I've never thought that a car can get to this point. You can update your car, connect it to a Wi-Fi or a data service. I don't have a data service because why would you have that when you have your phone? You can just use a hotspot. But again, people are rich. I am not. I mean, I'm 22 and I own this car, but hey, that does not mean that I'm rich. I just have bad financial decisions. All right, we'll say it together. Bad financial decisions. All right, so but yeah, you can be able to update your actual car to help you with your software, which sometimes it helps, sometimes it does not. Maybe that's why I had a factory reset. Who knows? What else? Bluetooth connection. You can be able to have multiple devices. You could do, I think you could also plug it in and then it automatically like save it, but I haven't really tested that out. I got in the car and it worked just fine. Cool thing on here, you have the park assist, or not park assist, you have your brake assist. So if, let's say if you are driving in a lot of traffic and you feel lazy and you don't feel like putting your foot on the park, or the brake, sorry, not the park, you can press this button, it'll automatically stop in motion. So I'll press this button, you'll see that little designed auto hold. I can let go of the brake, and then as soon as I want to go, I'll just tap the gas a little bit, and then we'll start driving. we'll turn that off. You can also have parking assist, so it'll help you park. You'll have a parallel. You're gonna have a normal parking, and then it'll help you get out of the parallel, which it's pretty nice. I've used it once, but the only downfall is it parked me in front of a fire hydrant. So is that on me? I think not. Don't discourage me. I cry. All right, so we have the auto off button. So the stupid thing that Ford likes to do with almost all their cars. I mean, if you want to save some gas, it doesn't save you gas, but hey, if you believe that it does, use it. Because you have to think it takes more gas to start up your car every single time, and that's why it's smart, you know, if just to leave it running. You have traction control. You can turn that off, turn it back on, and then also if you want to have a little bit of fun, you hold it, and then it turns off, or hold for advanced track. All right, advanced track is off. So that gives you like full, like, you can be able to control every single wheel without the system interfering. It will still interfere if you are about to do something stupid and crash your car, which I have not done that, or I've never had that situation. So just a heads up. You do have hill descent gearing, so you'll be able to have you could slap shift and make sure that you're in the right gears, which I like it. I've never used it, and I've always accidentally turned it on when I'm driving, and it sucks because it does not want to shift for you. So you must don't turn it on, because that's how you have broken car bad. That means no fun. You also have memory seats. You can be able to press this button. My girlfriend drives insanely close to the wheel, and that's not me. I will stay away from the wheel, because if you get into a car accident, wheel hurts. Trust me, I know. I've been in a car accident. You have the actual lane assist features over here. I rarely use it, because if you don't know how to drive and stay in the lane, don't drive a car. Turn signals, left, right, forward for the brights. You could also turn those on. Brights are pretty good. It's a quad dual lens on each side. So I don't know if this one has it, but some of the cooler ones have the projector features. I wouldn't be surprised if it does, but again, I have never noticed anything with it. But some of the newer Ford Explorers you will drive, but if you turn the wheel, it'll direct those lights ahead of where you need to go. And it's cool, but it's expensive if that breaks, because a lot of anything on those headlights, you cannot replace anything. You have to replace the whole assembly, and $750 per assembly, I'm good. All right. And also they make almost 12 different sets of that, of that exact same assembly, but for different versions of the car. And it's almost impossible to get something that is aftermarket, because there's no possibility of getting aftermarket, because Ford doesn't like that. But it's almost impossible to get something like off of eBay or whatever and expect it to work without pre-programming the actual headlight itself. More problems for future Nathan. And yes, it's dusty, it's cold, I like it. You'll be able to turn off your actual all the way around system. I don't know if I showed this yet, but you'll be able to see the full front end. I don't like how it's small. It should have used the whole entire the screen itself, but hey, at least the thought that counts, right? You'll be able to look forward. Now, the only downfall about the reverse is that I have to put it in reverse. I don't like that. I want like another button you could press right here, and then I could see behind me, because you don't. If you're driving on a hill, or if you're driving on, like, let's say if you're taking this like out on trails, I don't want to be in drive, and then, oh yeah, let me look right behind me. Oh yeah, I got that much clearance. All right, let me put it back in drive. Yeah, it's a waste of time. It's not worth it. You could also turn off the sensors. I don't usually do that unless if I'm in the car wash, because my car yells at me and it does not like me. Turn that off. Another thing is that if you turn that on and if you press these buttons, they do not work. If you press it, then they do work. Yeah, contacts. You'll be able to have your whole entire contacts. You'll be able to talk, phone, voice assistant. I don't back because I touched the AI assistant or whatever, the voice assistant. It disconnected my video. So hey, welcome back. Back to it. Yeah. Okay. So I was saying is that I'm still in drive. That's what I'm saying. It's a nice car. There's definitely a lot of flaws. The only downfall that I've had so far is that the transmission, the bearing in the clutch went out, and it's a 10-speed transmission. These things do feel like they're about to explode on acceleration. But again, if you have warranty, don't worry about that. You'll get a new car, not a new car, that would be nice. You'll get a new transmission, or as I got a chuck or a clutch bearing. I should probably turn off my lights. The cool thing about the car, it does drive itself. You could also have different features over here. If my phone would work, you'd be able to set different, like the speeds and everything. It does tell you the actual gauge cluster. You could change how this gauge cluster works through the actual settings over here. I have them set up like this because there's also like a distance meter. I know how to drive. I know how to regulate how far I should drive. It's 2-car distance. But you could be able to have it set up like that. But you do have this on. It'll tell you the speed limit. You could also set that if you want it to ride at that speed limit, or if you want it to go a little bit faster above, which I have it just based off of what I want for the set marker, which is nice because, you have an Explorer. Why go the speed? No, I'm joking. I go like 2 miles over the speed. All right. Turn off key. Turn it on, turn it off. Make sure you have the key. Sometimes the key is fidgety. It does not like to work sometimes. But hey, you have a secondary resort. There is a center console magnet positioning where you take the key and then you slide it in there. It's a precaution whenever if your key dies, you can just put it in there. It'll automatically detect that that's that key, and then it'll work. It's like it does like a little self-charging, I guess. It's pretty nice. You can change the display, sound, connectivity. I think I've done almost everything. I mean, we can get into the drive modes and everything, which we can, but it's a busy day and a hot day, and my car don't like hot days. Turbos, if you ever had a turbo, they work well, but in the hot days they feel slow. But if it's cold outside or a little bit cold, it feels nice. Again, I need to clean my steering wheel. I need to clean the whole car. If you guys want to see how I clean my cars, I could do that too. I'm fairly cheap in how I do it, but again, I get it done and it looks a lot better. And also, you can get that new car smell by just shampooing the flooring and just cleaning off everything. But I haven't done that in 2 weeks because I've been working 12-hour shifts, and you can tell because my car, this was like that, this like the crud and everything that's on the mats, it's bothering me. Like, I live in the country. I don't like that though. I liked premium feel. If you guys want to know how to do some program setups within the Forscan, yes, Forscan, Forscan, scan, yeah, scan. All right. Let me know, because I can help you with that, because a lot of people were trying to figure out how or why it's possible, or how it's possible to get that the yellow the yellow DRLs, and it took me about a year to figure it out. It's not that hard. It's just, it's pain in the butt, because it feels like whenever you get somewhere, your turn signals don't work and you have to start over again. I don't like that. So maybe I could help somebody out there, and if you have any questions, I'll just make a video about it. Also, I have a TikTok. Maybe I'll put it in the the description. I don't know. I'm new to this. I like to. I'm making like a half-ass video right now, but hey, maybe it helps somebody out there. Also, I could show you how to set the window down and window up, the global windows, through FORScan as well. Yes, FORScan. And then I could show you how to do some like protocols on like the module systems. And from what I'm noticing is that if your warranty does not cover the items that you are working on, you can work on them. It would not void your warranty. The only thing I would avoid is engine work or transmission. Never touch those. That should be only, if you have warranty, you should only have the dealership worry about those. Now with me, I only work with the lighting, the program of the windows, and just how the car actually reacts whenever, you know, let's say if nobody's in my car, which it's fairly easy, and none of my warranty covers any of that. It just covers powertrain, and that's about it. And you know, it saved my ass a couple times, so I won't touch it. But yeah, hey, Nate's Vlogs, I don't know, this is new to me, might be new to you. Let me know if you want to see more. And yes, that's how I'm recording some of the video. I'm very under budget, but hey, yeah, at least I tried. And I'll see you guys in the next one.